Mami we ne din edi Elin Ama Darko na okasa edi ma Baumia campaign team. Wa be responded to ex-president Kuffuor. Mo be kai se nan sen delay any ex-president Kuffuor eye interview bi e ma ne kika nsem bi ma ne trendy. Me ba be react to Bako. President Kuffuor can say, in fact, Edru baby na amamuo na NPP government na NPP and ananado ebu no ankasa as omo panyi na onte ase Kuffuor se Edru baby na amamuo na NPP for ebu na odwen a onte ase na omo take decisions without even consulting him. He said a lot. At the end of the day, no, or criticize you or money ade. Na Elin Ama Darko aba betina TV so. Or say, and President Kuffuor so no nye best president. Na onunso ne regime no onunso nya serious issues. Na ne mbampo air to hotels eni ade. Enti no se President Kuffuor kasa onso sun kasa na onunso ambebu amamuo no perfectly. Enye bibia na eye yi under the regime nti onso sun twambo na ado ne baumia. This is Elin Ama Darko. Epese etie ne nsem na before no yenhwe video we mbra na enkoti asem oka.
Abusiafo munim se aban ya wotisu. Ne kira aban ya wotisu sesi 2025. Unim se on TikTok fire baako. Emma se we video bona aban na chi a video ne nko viral. Omune TikTok fa akoye hyehyeye. Se we video na wo criticize amemo na omu video no oma ne nko viral. Then we video na wo kasafa social issues mudia especially daddy lumba ene maami akosu asewa maami akosu abempoma omu nsem ne die ne de omu video ni ko viral mo ya we o ma kwatena ase akoye meeting se ka omu nko nanka yakuso yakun daddy lumba ne yire no ehun tokwasa na 2028 abanaba ne yakoto no omudia memuo na yezulia omudia fa yeturumu amemo fun amemo kanka ye bina memo a omuburu enu nti omumpese ye beka memo na semunti no omuni TikTok fa akoye baako we video ono mo sisi video no oma video ne nko viral agise wo kan da lumba ho asem ana ka social issue ho asem enye saadi asa wo kasa fa memo ne ho de omo ma ne nko ade omo ye no
viral mponti minka viral, you see, or when oma bomb brutal shade. They be make say these people are on social media but they don't understand social media. When them say TikTok anka say platform here and politics and I'm steady. TikTok anka say platform here and politics. Steady political content creators or more TikTok na steady or more Jimmy Pano. TikTok no Jimmy na TikTok enya asa comedy wa hon san kwase aniama no. TikTok anka say a platform here and politics. Yes, I'm telling you. So we are politics are opa jai na Jimmy says ya na have followers obenya. I'm telling you, sanity. But we no more my dream social media no muti su krampo no omo nim how our policies as working. TikTok ankasa even social media ankasa YouTube na say YouTube so politics so bebre but Facebook so etimi dru baby obe political story kwa post ya be so obi ahu ye no so na obi ahu pa omo ma engagement ni nkosoro you not see anything sana social media ne tie politics ankasa ya dia TikTok nshada ampe politics omo mu jimi kan kwase asem no aha edi asa no kwase afo no aha wa mu na nya followers hwe omo ya politics pa omo followers na hwe omo din kwase asem na hwe omo followers TikTok tolerate sectors but we no mutia sentine wa ye 1 2 3 and continue was o ya ban the TikTok na akoye meeting imagine na ban TikTok akoye meeting na and they say ka obeka say aban mu beka say yemba ni mu nyina mo kan to nka say mu post video amane nko It doesn't make sense. My dreams are too much. Social media now mu ye ho adwuma mu ntiase. Go and Google about TikTok. Study those who are political content creators and then those who are fooling on TikTok and some people who are doing comedy and dances. Check it, dancers, never comedians, never more mu kan kwase asem on TikTok. Na check your mu followers, never more mu politics e kan nyanza asem. Never say our money or more followers no near end also. It is everywhere. And who post it? So who did as a post a video no be kwa chance why a political talk. Sanity. That's how the system is. When nimshi na mutiti TikTok. Now, Ama Darko.
All right, so yes, on the floor.
After talking about president, everybody should go and look for that interview.
Yes.
He had it, I think it was aired yesterday by delay. I think it's one of the most instructive interviews we would ever have of his life. I know he'll write a book to us as we go along, but his mother's story is something that I think those of us, young women coming up, and those of us, we should look at it. I mean, that is original feminist, original. She doesn't just think with her heart, she thinks with her head. And that produced her a president. So, yes. And in the same conversation, in the same line of conversation, that's when he also did mention that there were some decisions that former president made that he didn't agree with.
Yeah.
And, well, he's not supposed to agree with everything that the former president made.
Right.
He had his presidency, he had his time,
right.
He did it. His Excellency Akufo Addo also had his presidency, he had his time. And we are going to evaluate every one of them on their deeds and their works. I believe that President Kuffuor actually did well, very well for himself. 15 years down the line, we are all looking at it. All the things that he did for us as Ghanaians, we appreciate it. Was everything okay in his regime? No. Did he have issues? He mentioned some himself. He said one of the things that really got to him was how his children who were leading their own private lives and looking at his background and where he was coming from. His child would go and buy a hotel and it becomes national news. And he said it emphatically, but the hotel was for his son, a businessman. Somebody he had trained and he could afford it and he bought it. But you know how the politics went. And when he was also accused of having some twins with some woman that he said he's still waiting for the twins to appear. And all those little, not little, I cannot say it's little. Yes, you remember that issue too. He said he's still waiting for the twins. And that's...
Raymond is not okay.
He comes from a family where children are accepted. So if those twins are there, he still wants them. But they never came. And all the issues that he also had when he was president. So yes, he does not have to agree with everything that His Excellency Nana Addo did. We would also evaluate. His Excellency Nana Addo is also hitting 82 next year, God willing. He's 81 years. And I'm sure that he would also sit down, he would also write his memoirs. He would also talk about his time. Let's remember that he just went out. He's barely a year out of office. President Kuffuor is 15 years out of office. So let's give time. I'm sure that we'll all have a discussion on President Nana Addo's time too.
Right.
But whether President, I've seen a lot of people talking about, why must he agree with him on everything? He doesn't have to agree. And he did say in the interview that some things also went very well. That he knows that the NPP did well with those issues, but some also didn't go well. That is natural. He doesn't also agree with President Mahama on a lot of things. So
okay.
We are all entitled to our opinion.
You see? One problem or more. Say omudin kwa asem na obi hu nyansa ebe criticize omo e kire omo say mo anya we yi a instead of them to accept no one akofa other story aba e dey abe justify me ba be fire former president Kuffuor wa ha e ka kire dey say asem na o kan ye nokre na ye nyina ye nti NPP aban na say we all didn't understand the government throughout the 8 years. It's a fact. Ghana ni bia di ho dance here. Asem na President Kuffuor kan e nokre but we kind of late. Instead of these people to listen and take something from that, no ti asem a okan or ye justification. Se niama onkoso ye andana do so niama onkoso ye and the Kuffuor ntino. Se we summarize issue na person kire say Kuffuor should stop talking about Akufo Addo's governance. No nso be here worse. You see? Omo communication in you. They don't accept responsibility. They don't. They don't at all. As a leader. You see, when ekasama baumia, these are the people talking for baumia. When ekasama baumia. Former President Kuffuor bedi ni president no or one flaws. But say what the Kuffuor jina hadi nanado jina Kuffuor eya ade che Akufo Addo 10 times is a fact. Kuffuor did well da Akufo Addo. And obianim. Yem say when say political party na ex-president Kuffuor jama NPP no sa political party no e na Akufo Addo ja e ko ofie na na. The answer is no. Kuffuor free power 2009 na NPP akono chen ene NPP na Addo ja de tu ofie no. A fact. Enti ye ka obi a wa ball mine na say o mine na is it Addo or is it Kuffuor? Huh? So the former president Kuffuor jina now the ex-president Akufo Addo jina ha. Obi abejuzu Kuffuor because Kuffuor ni one or two things are all the flaws. Na by one or two things be so cause so Ghana for agree no. Kuffuor did far better than Akufo Addo. President or last in this fourth republic is Addo. Everybody knows. Yeah. Obianim. Me ukase minya me ranking now. I will start with President Mahama. And then I come with J.J. Rawlings. I come with your friends and the late President Mills. What did I say? And then I come with President Kuffuor. Yeah, that will be my ranking. And then ex-President Akufo Addo will be last. You will be last. There is no ranking Ebeya Akufo Addo will be second and not third. Last na Obenya. He's the worst ever president that Ghana witnesses since independence. I'm telling you. And you cannot crash them so that you can learn from your mistakes. Out to social media, to TV, so and he also had his flaws. He did well. And at the end. More accepting more mistakes. There is nothing that actually say you guys are ready to take power. You don't accept your mistakes. Are